Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Dimitra and today I'm going to share 10 expert tips for managing remote workers from our managers at Mauve Group. The concept of remote work has increased in popularity over the past few years and, as we all know, was accelerated by the pandemic. And now, despite its challenges, more and more people want to continue working remotely, even though restrictions are being lifted and we're gradually being allowed to return to our offices. So I asked our managers at Mauve Group to send their top tips for managing their remote workers, and this is what they said. Number 1, be flexible and available. Remote workers are often located overseas, which means different working hours. In order to make sure that you're attending to all of your team members' needs and are available to them when they need you, you must have flexible working hours. A great way to make yourself available to them is to have different means of communication. That way, if you're not online and one of your team members needs to contact you urgently, they have other ways to do so, for example, via WhatsApp, Viber, text messages, and so on. Number 2, video call. A lot of people dread turning on their cameras during a call, but the reality is communication through typing or through a call with your cameras turned off is not as effective. Don't be afraid, don't be shy, turn on your camera, and that will encourage your team members to do the same. Cameras are especially useful when you're training a team member or when you're discussing more serious or personal matters. Number 3, share your calendar. Sharing your diary or calendar with your team will let them know when you're busy so they know when to grab you for a chat, and it enables them to book meetings with you. This is not just helpful for them, but also for you, as you'll be avoiding hundreds of emails back and forth trying to determine the right time. Number 4, make regular contact. It's very important to keep in regular contact with your team members so you can ensure that they're managing their workloads and you can address any problems promptly. Regular one-to-ones will give you both ample opportunity to share both your concerns and your praises. Number 5, mentor and train. Be available to mentor and train your team members. Learning new things remotely can be a lot harder and more time-consuming than in-person training. Therefore, ensure that you're dedicating enough time to each of your team members so they feel confident in what they're doing. Number 6, be proactive, not reactive. Do not wait for issues to occur and then rush to fix them. Instead, create your own policies and plans to prevent certain problems from arising in the first place. Of course, not everything can be predicted, but there are certainly a lot of guidelines that you can put in place now to prevent future problems. One of these is following these top 10 tips, and you can find more listed in our video, Protecting and Supporting Your Global Workforce, which will be linked in the description box down below. Number 7, be patient and understanding. Whilst managing a remote team can be a lot harder, remember that the challenges of managing someone remotely are no doubt also felt by the remote worker. So try to be patient and understanding of any issues they're experiencing, and your calm and patient demeanor will undoubtedly help to keep them calm and patient throughout the difficult times. Number 8, a virtual open door policy. A great manager, whether they're managing a remote team or not, will always have an open door policy where their team are not afraid to reach out to them for anything that's worrying them and affecting their work, even if it's a personal matter. This is especially important when managing remote teams, where it's often the case that they're working at home, which is a personal space, and therefore personal matters can become even more intrusive on their work life. Number 9, make them feel included. A huge problem for remote workers is the feeling of being isolated from their colleagues and company. In-office workers can often bond and enjoy company benefits such as holiday parties and social events. Whilst your remote workers cannot attend these, there are still ways to make them feel included. Some of the things that we have done include inviting them to virtual parties on Zoom, sending them small holiday gifts to make up for the fact that they cannot attend the holiday dinner party, or even creating an informal platform where everyone can share things such as movie and book recommendations, photos of their pets, stories of their weekend getaways, and more. And finally, number 10, Be happy and positive. Trying to stay happy and positive when talking to your remote team will undoubtedly lift their spirits and help to keep them positive as well, which in turn means they'll be more efficient and productive at work. So even if you're tired or stressed, do your best to put on a smile and keep the energy levels up. So those are our top 10 tips for managing remote workers. If you have any great tips you'd like to share with us, then leave them in the comments down below. Thank you for watching and see you next time.